Billy,
What's up?
you known me for years, man.
Yep.
You known me
I thought about today. 14 years.
14 years, Billy. And I'm sure at least once in those 14 years, I probably mentioned to you that I love peanuts, man. Not penis.
Penis?
I know that's what you want to say. I'm gonna beat you to that shit. Peanuts. You lame motherfucker. I know what you gonna do. Billy, I walk one step ahead of you everywhere.
The difference is he never admitted one of them.
I mean, the jury's still out. But,
Oh, it's out all right. The jury's in the closet.
but let me just say Charlie
Come
Brown
on
to
out.
avoid any kind of confusion.
There you go.
Yeah. I grew up on the work of Charles Schulz. Loved the comic strip. Loved the holiday specials. Loved the movies, even some of the lame ones.
Love the lunch boxes and the Dolly Madison cakes.
Man, I used-
and the MetLife insurance.
I got MetLife insurance to take care of me.
Those peanuts horse.
I'm a whore for peanuts too. I got MetLife insurance to take care of me when I get diabetes from eating them Dolly Madison pies and shit. Now it's been years since we've had a Charlie Brown film, a feature film.
When was the last time?
Oh,
Because
long.
if anybody would know, it'd be you.
Long time
Right.
ago. Years.
Oh, well.
Had to be like
Then I guess
early,
nobody
early
would know.
90s or late 80s, right?
Oh, it's been a while, man. Believe me, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But I think over 20 years. But the biggest worry is that now that Charles Schulz is gone, somebody's going to try to make a film without his oversight over it. And then we're going to get something like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yep.
Where they got with the shades on and grabbing the mic and
Oh, hell yeah. Charlie Brown gonna
breakdancing.
be wearing a
Twerking.
hoodie.
Yeah.
They're going to be carrying skateboards around, talking on iPhones and shit.
and skateboards aren't even cool anymore. It's like they always got them on skateboards.
And people are saying, okay, you know what? Everybody else, they can say what they want to say, but what does the great Corey Coleman, who is the greatest Peanuts fan in the world, think about this? They kept the story simple. Charlie Brown hanging out with the gang, doing what Charlie Brown does. They skate, they play baseball, they give Charlie Brown shit. And Charlie Brown is still that blockhead that everybody knows. One day he sees the little redhead girl moving in from across the street and he says, you know something? All these other kids, they think I'm an asshole, and probably rightfully so. But this one girl,
She don't know me.
she don't know me.
She don't know my rep.
She don't know. Yeah, she don't know shit about me.
I can start fresh.
Yeah, I can start
Yeah,
anew.
fresh off his ass.
I can start new. I can start clean. And while I'm at it, I might be able to even get this girl to like me.
I don't know. He's been trying to hit that for 40 years.
He
I
and
don't
ain't
know.
hit that shit yet.
Yeah.
And it just might work this time if he can just not trip over his own dick, which he does.
Or it might work if he can not twerk.
You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love.
I shed a tear, man. I shed a tear. I actually cried when I saw this. And I didn't know if I was crying because it was tears of joy or because I was just hurting so bad. I mean,
Make it stop. I mean, not the movie. Just my headache.
I mean,
Oh, Jesus.
when it first came on, they had Schroeder banging on that goddamn piano. Ding, 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 ding. And I was like, shut the fuck up. My head felt as big as Charlie Brown's, man, because I was trying to hold that shit up. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't take it. I almost had alcohol poisoning watching
Oh,
this.
wow.
Yeah, I didn't sleep that night, and I threw up a couple of times.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was in no condition, man.
He was in rough shape.
I was in very rough shape, and I'm sitting up here watching this asshole right here.
Right.
As I was watching, I have to say that I started feeling better. I really started feeling comforted by the stuff that I saw. I mean, I saw those snowy backgrounds. I saw the things that they do. They were skating, like I see in the cartoon strips. And
Took you back to your childhood.
In the shows, yeah, it was confident. It took me back to my childhood. The thing that really got me hearing that, I listened to that Vince Guaraldi score, man.
Right.
Linus and Lucy, and I heard that, and I'm like, I've listened to that millions of times on my Christmas CD.
Sure.
But for some reason, hearing it on big speakers, on the big screen, just made me feel like I truly was reliving my childhood back over again.
My sweet Babu. Isn't he the cutest thing?
Like, bitch, get off me. Franklin look like you a little bit, Billy. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get this white girl.
Not that one. Not that one.
You don't know Marcia's a lesbian yet.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who doesn't.
Look at
Looking like
he's confident as hell. Look at him. Yeah.
looking like a gay Tina Fey.
What's your name, girl? Boy, Snoop ain't never gave a shit. Just threw those kids in trees and shit.
And sometimes he'll laugh, and sometimes he just walks on like, whatever.
Like he ain't done nothing.
Snoopy, it's funny seeing him on the big screen. It just makes me realize how much Snoopy's a dick too. I mean, he really don't care about these kids, man.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. And the thing about it's like you said, sometimes he'll laugh, and sometimes he'll walk off like, well, you shouldn't trust him. I mean,
Damn, a dog.
Clearly, you did. I was going to do something shitty. So.
Yeah, like
I mean, that's
I
your
thought that
fault.
was gonna be more fun, but whatever.
Hey, you bleeding? You ain't bleeding? All right, cool.
Right.
What were you going to ask me, man?
Okay, why, when they have the one token black character in these cartoons, and not just Snoopy, they gotta give him a fucked up name? Ain't nobody I know named Franklin.
Are you sure?
Benjamin Franklin?
No, Franklin, the first name.
Well, damn, at least his name ain't Leroy or some
What
shit
about
like that.
David? I don't know.
Man, this was
What
made.
about Charlie?
Man, this was made back in the 50s, all right? Come on, what you want him to do?
Yeah,
Shit.
man, it was a big deal to get Franklin even in this comic.
Hell
strip.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, was he in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
In the background.
Hey, man, look.
Incognito.
At least they didn't lynch his ass or something. Come on.
Like, I
Charles
ain't-
Schultz, he came up with Franklin and would say like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put a black character in this strip," and a lot of papers in the South said, "The fuck you will.
Yeah.
We will not run that strip if you do that."
Yeah,
and,
shit,
and then Charles Schultz went like, "All right, if they feel that way," and he got a letter from a little girl that made him go like, "You know what? Yeah, just run it anyway."
Speaking of going back in the 50s, it could have been easy. It could have been easy to make this a regular looking CG movie because, I mean, you look at it and you see one of the great things about this is that they've done a lot with the animation. Now, you say what you will about the story, but the way the movie looks, the way that they have the CG to actually keep a flat look, almost like stop motion, but still get these characters form and texture, and even combining sometimes 2D animation in black and white as an homage to the black and white strips, that's beautiful. It's very inspired. And Blue Sky Animation, who has done things, the Ice Age and stuff like that, they could have gone that route. And as much as anybody else would have been upset about it, they would have been justified. Because back in the 50s and maybe 50s or early 60s, they did those Viewmasters, man.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Viewmasters, those things they were almost precursors to CG animation that we have today because there were sculptures of characters like the Flintstones and Disney characters, and they did some of Charlie Brown. And
Charlie Brown's like, "God damn it!"
Can't catch a fucking break.
at all. He's like, I hate you, motherfuckers, man.
Snoopy ain't even talking to me.
Okay, so that's based on like some of his old original.
That's the
designs.
older ones, man. They could have done stuff that looked just like that, and they didn't. They actually decided to go this bigger route right here. It's funny how the complicated animation does complement the simplicity of the story. Like I said, it's Charlie Brown just seeing the new redhead girl across the street and just wanting to holler at her.
Come on, Charlie Brown. Get out of the way. Ow. Hey, guys, what did you see? Who is it? Oh, I think I see a piano. I hope he loves Beethoven. Beethoven. Maybe he
cut
will
that bitch.
appreciate mine.
Man,
She ain't letting nobody get close to Schroeder.
Lucy's still a bitch.
but Schroeder said, I hope he likes Beethoven.
It's not often you get the opportunity to start over with a clean slate. This time, things will be different.
Those kids are assholes, man. I mean,
Well, that's how kids are. Like you always say, Charlie Schultz was just pointing out to everybody, all the kids, everybody that kids could be assholes and life is gonna suck.
yeah, Charles Schultz, he didn't try to sugarcoat shit for kids. He's like, you know what? You're a fuck up, and probably all your friends are assholes. You have no friends in life. It really is being careful how it honors the memory of Charles Schultz, and it tries to respect the property as it always has existed. Very straightforward. And some people would say the simplicity of it is the beauty of it.
I would only disagree with you as much as you say it tries, because that makes it sound like maybe it doesn't succeed. I think it succeeds in every way. If you are any kind of fan of the old Peanuts, it's all there for you. It's even structured like the old Peanuts movies, like What Ain't Charlie Brown, where, yeah, you go through a lot of vignettes that a lot of their classic gags. Every time they would do it, they tweak it somehow. They have it spin with a new punchline. Even with Charlie Brown doing something that was cool, it's like, hey, wait, he's actually not fucking up now. and they did that before with him with the spelling bee, but this just had a new spin. And every time I felt like, yeah, I know how this plays out, it'd be like, Oh, that was clever.
You know, I want to catch you while you are talking about A Boy Named Charlie Brown, because that's the thing with me. Now, again, I'm going to show you my real geeked up side and my love for Charlie Brown, because for me, so you laughing, but this is real. This is real shit.
I just watched that movie recently.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I swear to God.
Boy
I
Named
did.
Charlie Brown?
Yeah, my niece was watching it. And I watched it with her.
You ain't even
Where
got
they
a
put
niece.
the yes, I do. I got a sister, got kids, man.
You blackhead. You ain't got
Blackhead.
Kid.
But you know what, man?
Where
Here's-
they were, I couldn't. I remember they always wore the sailor hats when they travel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Okay.
Right.
Let me ask you something then. Well,
See.
good. I'm glad you just saw this, because I got something to bounce this off
All
of.
right.
Because I think it suffers from being too simple sometimes. Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this really honors Charles Schultz. This is Charles Schultz was just very plain and innocent in what it does." And as we all know, it's not innocent, man. They wouldn't even let Charlie Brown be a cartoon for kids today, because he loses at at everything he does. And they say, "Wow, this is just teaching kids how to have a complex about themselves, how to be fuck ups."
True.
Well, yeah, at the end of the movie, he fucks up the spelling bee.
Yeah, exactly. But the real beauty of Charles Schultz is to look simple, but there's complexity there. If you want to see a really good, deep Charlie Brown movie, the best one is A Boy Named Charlie Brown, 1969.
That cloud up there looks a little like the profile of Thomas Eakins, the famous painter and sculptor. And that group of clouds over there gives me the impression of the stoning of Stephen. I can see the...
What the fuck are you talking about?
What you talking about, man? Talking about I didn't get any mushrooms.
Yeah, they just got through smoking weed and shit.
I love it. They still fuck with us.
There's like 8 lines there that convey, I feel so inadequate right now.
Yeah. But if you notice, he's saying all this and it's complicated. Kids don't get this. As an adult, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. But there's a punchline there that's funny.
Apostle Paul standing there to one side.
Uh-huh. That's very good. What do you see
Wait,
in
you
the
get it?
clouds, Charlie Brown?
Well, I was going to say I saw a ducky and a horsey, but I changed my mind.
You stupid motherfucker. Charles Schultz never wanted to talk down to kids. He always thought kids were smart enough where if they don't get it, well, pick up a book, bitch, and look it up. You know, So, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about watching A Boy Named Charlie Brown. It's a classic and kids love it, but they don't understand everything that's going on. But the jokes are still funny because you don't have to. You get the punchline. The lead up to it, you don't have to understand.
The end of the movie doesn't cop out either, because he loses the
spelling bee.
and then he still misses the goddamn football.
Yeah,
again.
he still
she
missed the
fucks him up
football.
again at the very end.
And a normal.
With that great song, by the way. I
And,
love that
the
song.
one by Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
Just a boy named Charlie.
Yeah, I love that song.
A boy named Charlie Brown. But then,
Oh, that's not how it is.
That's Bing Crosby.
but the thing is that at the end of it, you talk about how he loses spelling bee. Today they would say, okay, he would have to do something to redeem himself, or the kids would have to come in and show him that they still love him. Those kids don't give a fuck about it. In fact, they hate him after he loses it.
I know.
Charles Schultz is telling a lot of kids, the world don't give a fuck about you. It's rough. So you might as well get your ass up
I know, get out of bed.
and get out of bed and face it.
But he was in a better position when he was in the spelling bee. Because they were all like, all right, Charlie Brown, go, go, go. And he fucked up that, man, fuck you. We knew we shouldn't have. We should have put a support
It also
behind you.
shows it's a lesson about that kind of fame, that kind of popularity, how fleeting it is.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, exactly.
Everybody they love you when you're up, and when you're down, you see who your real friends
I mean,
are.
they didn't talk to him, made his ass go into a depression. He's in bed about to kill himself. You know? And Linus ain't even showing no love. He's like, fuck it, man. You can sleep here all day or whatever. I got shit to do. Today, what you have here is, and look, I'm not even complaining, but even in Charles Schultz's later career, a lot of the stuff that he did was even simplified a little bit. And so, I'm what, Mark?
I was just like, you like George Washington Carver. You're just such a Peanuts purist.
You did, man. God damn.
I am, man. I am. You gonna come back and have an afro and a beard?
Looking like Cornel West.
Yeah. I'm trying to play a record with Charlie Brown and shit and a peanut.
Eating peanuts while you do it.
Peanuts and shit. But
Good, man. God damn.
for me, it's a parade of Peanuts' most popular.
Yeah, it's a greatest hits.
You could say like his biggest fault is that it's trying to be safe in order to honor Charles Schultz.
The thing is, you also consider, like we talked about, it's been, you say 20 years since they've done, a Peanuts motion picture. You have a complete generation that didn't grow up with this. Outside their parents going like, oh, we got to watch this.
Yeah.
Those special.
It's Halloween now. We got to,
Right.
Christmas.
Yeah. Halloween, Christmas. Got to watch those. The rest of them is kind of like, fuck it. You watch it if you want to. Okay, this is a big introduction to a lot of kids who just don't know it that well.
Yeah, it's an introduction to kids who don't know it, and it's a nice walk down memory lane for the adults who grew up with this.
And it's a big not fucking it up. It's a big not Alvin and the Chipmunks.
This is trying to be so simple as to like keep things safe that it's almost a period piece. I told Martin this other day. I mean, they don't have any computers, no phones,
No cell phones.
No cell phones. I mean, it's almost like these kids live in a third world country. Like that's a broke ass school system right there. If it's modern.
Yeah, those old school desks and stuff.
Got those
like
old
that. I
school
love that.
desks and
I
shit.
love
Ain't
that.
nobody got an iPad or anything.
Right.
And one.
He's not telling the redhead girl to tweet him.
Oh yeah. None of
Or
that
text
shit.
them.
And then, you had one exec out there who was saying, something to be great if their parents called them and they picked it up and over an iPhone, you heard wah, 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 and I hope they beat that executive's ass, man.
That is like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Threw his ass out of a window. You blockhead. The things that they put in there that I don't understand, I never understood anyway. I never understood the Red Baron thing. I liked it. Kids enjoyed it as a visual gag.
I never got it either.
But in a cartoon strip, it's like, okay, but in a movie where he just starts flying out of nowhere, and I think that could be confusing to some kids because I was just kind of like, yeah, that is weird, man. I never really thought about why he does this.
Like you said, hey, look it up, bitch.
Well,
Check out a book on World War One.
but even in
Kids ain't the same
no,
today.
man. It ain't,
They got iPhones. It ain't like they gotta like in my day you had to go to the library and check out an encyclopedia to look things up.
But
and you did it. You're happy to do it.
Look, World War One. Even if I look it up, you know what I'm gonna be like? Okay, I know everything about World War One and World War Two now, but why the fuck is this dog doing this?
The way Martin's talking, I'm gonna get you an old hat and some peanuts to just shell all day long on the porch.
Look it up, boy.
We were happy to do it. And when we walked to school,
Back in World War One, I knew what happened.
see, y'all kids today, you don't know. We ain't got the tweeting and the texting and the phoning and we had to call somebody. We used carrier pigeons, and we liked it.
Snoopy's just weird. And even in the movie, did you notice like sometimes people would call Charlie Brown, like his friends would call, and Peppermint Patty would call him and say like, hey Chuck, I just want to let you know your weird ass dog over here fucking with me again. And he'd be staring at her through the window and shit. He's stalking people and shit.
Charlie Brown's, I thought that was your friend. You don't fuck with him. I know what he's capable of.
Yeah. He would like molest Lucy and shit. He would do weird stuff. They do shit in here like he finds a typewriter and just starts writing a book and it's like, why?
I love it. This boy named Charlie Brown. How it's so important to go find that blanket. And Snoopy's like, goes to Rockefeller Center. And he's like, fuck it. I'm a skate.
Right.
I found something way more interesting. Snoopy was like, yo, man, when we going home? Shit.
I'm trying to get some hoes.
I'm saying, Woodstock got some bitches back at the crib for me.
This is a movie where, as we said, it's good for the kids who don't know Peanuts, and this is the first time getting into it. All the kids who want to do an introduction. It's perfect for that. Very, 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 very comfortable going back to your childhood with this and bringing you some good memories. All the stuff, it almost encompasses everything that you know about the comic strips, the holiday specials, even some of the movies, all in one. The only thing, like I said, is that it's not very complicated at all. Almost too simple for me. To sum it up, is it one of the best animated movies of the year? I would say definitely. It lives up completely to that G rating in the best way possible. And it's a very innocent and heartfelt project. I love it for that right there, and I give this a full price.
Well, I'm not as harsh as you, but the whole like it's too simple. I get that. I think it excels at everything it tries to do, and I say how much I praise it for not screwing up. But beyond that, they created a new animation technique. There's no other movie like this that combines 3D and 2D in this way and constantly. When I talk about new things it did, not all of them were just a new gag or a new punchline. A lot of it was just a new visual way to tell a story or to deliver a punchline. And even if it didn't have the script it did, I could enjoy just looking at this movie with everything that the artist got to do and come up with. But it also delivers with the script and the casting, and it's enjoyable from beginning to end. It's a high full price for me.
And I tell you mentioned Franklin earlier, man. I'm gonna mess with you about Franklin because with Franklin, they ain't do shit with Franklin
They
back
did
in
not.
the day. And they gonna make sure today they said, you know what?
Yeah, I saw the trailer, man.
Hey, you know what? They would keep it up with the tradition.
Man, they were trying to say like they couldn't use
Look
him.
it
Really. Yeah, Franklin didn't have no use for anybody, but they kept popping in the movie. Like they gave me all kind of clips. They gave me one of Franklin.
Did they?
Yeah. Then and what they gave me right here is all of what Franklin does in the movie. It's all of Franklin's features in the film.
Let's keep this thing moving. Time's a wasting.
Step out of bitch.
Shoot it, Charlie Brown, shoot it! How about that, Charlie Brown? You're the star of the school now. This has gone on long enough. Jump the curtain!
What'd you say?
You would think this was the Franklin movie.
Yeah, no, you just saw the Franklin movie right there. That is it.
I do love everything you see, though. He's either passing by or dancing. Come on, Charlie Brown. Grab them ribs.
And notice out of everybody dancing, he's the only one that's dancing the
I
black
know
right
when
there.
Look at his face.
I can only
Yeah, man. If you're going to see it for Franklin, save your time because I just showed you everything.
That's
right
everything
there.
he's in, right?
They
that little 30 seconds.
They just want to tell you, look, see, we doing something with the black kid. You can't say we didn't try. Oh.